Hello, everyone, and welcome to another Filmmaker interview for the 23rd Annual Garden State Film Festival. From March 27th through March 30th, you can enjoy over 200 incredible films and film-centered events. These films are from 14 different countries, all throughout. They'll be screened throughout 9 different venues in Asbury Park and Cranford, New Jersey. I am your host, Paige Ryans, and today I am joined by Marley Marty. Marte, I knew I was going to get that wrong, and we literally just corrected it. I'm joined by Marley Marte with her short film, Circulo. And also, about halfway through, we'll hear from Lamont Harris and Soleil Arroyo with all three of their film, um, Lanes of Danger. So, welcome. How is everyone doing today?
Good.
Good. How are you?
Good, good. So excited to have you here today to talk about your films. So, yeah, let's just dive right in, right? Before that bell rings. So why don't we just we'll start with you, Marley, because I know you have your film Circulo. So
Mhm.
tell us a little bit about your role with Circulo and then a little bit about what Circulo is about.
Yes. So I was the director and also I managed the camera. My brother did help me because I also acted in it a little bit. But Circulo is basically very short film about the inevitable full circle of life, and I wanted to make a film that resonated with the audience, but I didn't want it to be too much of a strict message. So I left it as a silent film because I think things that are silent are more um up to interpretation for the
Yeah.
audience. So I did it like that. And my film also has camera movement that's really specific in the beginning. It's throughout the whole film the camera is continuously sliding. And I think that signifies kind of like a passage of time, which is which is exactly what's going on in my film. It's a cycle. But if you notice, it doesn't start with your natural left to right panning. It actually starts from left. Wait, no, from right to left.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah.
in the beginning it starts panning from right to left, and it's because that's kind of going backwards. It's signifying her childhood, and because it's. Did you watch it?
Yes, I did. Yeah, I got the chance to watch
So
it.
it's a young girl, and she's being cared by from her mother, and then it's just like showing different events, just like her being taken care of by her mother, and then it ends up switching, and it starts panning this way, and that's kind of it just signifies that shift and the reversal of roles that's happening, and I think that's just something that it's literally the inevitable full circle of life. Everyone's going to go through that, and it's just like that role switching from you kind of parenting your parent now, and then eventually as the last scene is her is in her gravestone because she unfortunately passed. And yeah, I think I wanted to make something that was emotional but also left up into interpretation, because whoever watches this, everyone has their own experiences, and I think leaving it without any dialogue, it like allows the viewer to resonate personally a lot better than if I because I originally was going to narrate it, but then I was like, you know what, I'm not going to, because then it would make it too personal to me, and I wanted it to be personal to other people as well. So, yeah.
It's amazing, amazing, and I think that the touch of like no dialogue was great because it does, like as you said, it leaves it up to the audience interpretation. And I think the symbolism of the camera movements and just recognizing it moving from right to left first, right, and then left to right. Like I think I like the audience will definitely pick up on just that shift movement. So I think you did really really great with that. Was there anything that inspired you to write about this topic, or was it just kind of something that you just wanted to approach with the hopes of just like conveying that deeper message?
It's a little bit of both, because I have a mother who's a little bit of older age, and I know that time is ticking, and I'm actually like just like petrified,
Mm-hmm.
because it's just not. I'm just scared for when that's gonna happen, and I don't know. And it's also that like I wanted to convey a good message, but I know that that time for me is coming really soon. So
Mm-hmm.
then I incorporated into that, and I also know some other people in my life that have went through the same thing, and then yeah, I just wanted to put that into a film.
Yeah. Well, I think it's a great job, and I think it's great because it helps you kind of process that too, while the audience also is able to process that. So I think you did a really great job with that. Do you
Yeah.
have do you have any advice for like other student filmmakers that, you know, are just looking to, that just want to create films, or just any advice to just like student filmmakers that you've learned maybe through this process that you can pass along, whether about the style of your filmmaking, editing, the message behind it, the writing, anything. It could be anything.
I think it doesn't take much because I shot this all in my house, and I think as long as you have a camera and a mind, you can create whatever you want. And I think
Absolutely.
that's most important. Like, I feel like people get overwhelmed by like, oh my gosh, but I don't have access to this, I don't have access to that. But it's like, you don't need high-end stuff to create something really, really good, you know? Like, it's all about the story, and that's literally all it is. It's all about your story that you create, and I think, and having a camera obviously to record it. But yeah,
for sure. How long did the process take for you? Was it like, did you have to set aside a few days for it? I know it was only in one location, so maybe that helped a little bit. But
I mean, it was the cemetery as well. I think I shot it in 2 days. I took 1 day to go to the cemetery. Oh my gosh, it was so creepy. It was so creepy because the sun, I don't know if you realized, but the time that I shot it, it was like the sun was setting already. So it didn't catch nighttime while I was there, and I was so freaked out. Like, any rustle we would hear would be like, oh my God. But I took 1 day to shoot that, and then I think the next day I just shot everything in my house. And editing took like I want to say like a week and a half, 2 weeks. And I always kept like coming back and like seeing something and tweaking it. But it didn't take too long. But,
that's good. Well, the final touches, and I can imagine. I did see like at the end that, and it was getting a little bit darker, and I was getting a little bit scared too.
It was perfect though, because I think it fit that gloominess of the whole.
It did. For sure.
Yes,
it was great. So the sun setting, they knew their role in your film. So all right. So just
after.
Yeah, go. Oh, sorry, what'd you say?
I thought the son was a paid actor.
Paid actor, exactly. Definitely was a paid actor for sure. Well, great. Thank you for sharing and talking about your film. And I'll just loop in Lamont and Soleil. So you guys all worked on Lanes of Danger together.
Yes.
So tell us a little bit about Lanes of Danger.
So Lanes of Danger was a film that we had created because we wanted to highlight some of the lesser known things of dangerous driving as well. That's why it's called Lanes of Danger. Because we kind of did it into a documentary style where we started it off with questions and we were asking people. It was going to happen. We started as like an interview question where we was asking people, and we felt like even if you ask people like on the street, people would normally say, what's a dangerous way of driving? People would say drinking, taking drugs, doing that. But it's more to dangerous driving than just drinking. You cannot drive dangerous. You shouldn't drive with heightened emotions, which I feel a lot of people look over as well. You get into a car and you're extremely angry, you're tending to drive faster, you're tending to be more reckless. Even on the flip side, if you're driving very happy, it can also change the way you're driving because the chemistry in your brain as well, it changes the way you perceive things. And with driving, you need to be very hands-on and be aware of your surroundings. And if you're driving with different emotions, you're not putting your entire brain capacity into driving. We also talked about drowsiness, being distracted, playing with the buttons on your ding, trying to find that perfect song. Also very dangerous as well. You have to keep your eyes on the road. And especially as teenagers who have just started driving, I've been driving for almost a year now or so. We also want to highlight that as well for teenagers as well. It's kind of a PSA to them too, because teenagers, you're at that age where you think that you're invincible, that you can live forever, and that's not the truth. If you're driving dangerously, that can be dangerous as well.
Absolutely. And I think you brought up a great point about just like how there's more dangerous, like we think of just like drinking and driving and texting and driving, but there is like distracted driving, like eating and driving and trying to find that perfect Bluetooth song before you, so I think it definitely sends out like a larger message. And for anyone to answer, how important do you think it was to have kind of like, even though you kind of talked about this, Lamar, already, but like a student perspective, this is for like, I guess it could be interpreted for just not just student audiences, but really anyone that drives. But like, how important was it to just like student to share that message?
I feel like it was very important, just as a student, because I hear my friends talking about, oh, I had a close call. This person hit me today, or hearing other people's driving mishaps, and also like hearing tragic stories of people losing family members and close ones. Something that is so preventable. If we just take the time to realize it. So I feel like this PSA, this film that we made is very important. And if it can just open the eyes of people to don't just text and drive, don't just drink and drive, but also don't drive while you're sleepy, don't drive when you're eating, don't drive when you're trying to find the right song. Find the song before you pull off, put your Bluetooth on, hit it before you pull off. It's all those things combined that could be safer for driving and keep the road safer as well.
Absolutely. And so I want to make sure I incorporate Soleil, because I don't want her to think that I forgot about her. But Soleil, how was this process for you? Like, just like the filmmaking process, like what was your role in the making of this film and everything like that?
I helped when we were filming, because this was like last year, right?
Yeah.
I helped when we were filming a little bit. I forget who edited. I didn't really help with editing part, but helping when we were interviewing and going around asking our teachers and all that. We went around like with our little mics and went around. But yeah, I remember doing that. And for the film, I wanted to go off kind of what he was saying before, how like even the little things we try to show like in the film, how it doesn't have to be just like drinking, driving, and all that. Like even the like us driving now, I feel like, and it's better for people our age to see this film, because with us just driving and people like still being new drivers, we don't think like, oh, it's not gonna happen to us. But you never know. It could be just a little things, like even just looking at your phone, like you see the notification and boom, you look, you know, like it happened. And that's what I kind of like with the film, and how we show like different things. Like it doesn't just have to be one thing, like for drunk driving and safe driving.
Absolutely, for sure. And you said it best. All of you said it best, of just how it could be a split second, and you always think like, oh, that won't happen, but like it could be that small percentage that does happen, So I think it does send a very strong message to the audiences. Were there any challenges in the process of?
We had a deadline for this, because we participated in the Middlesex County driving PSA contest, and we were. They like introduced us with the challenge, like what, October?
Yeah.
October, right? So we're like, okay, yeah, we'll do this. And the deadline's like March 23rd, around there, March 23rd. It's like March 19th, and nothing. Nothing, and we're like, time's ticking, and like. I think that was the hardest challenge. Like we had nothing. We didn't even brainstorm. Like we left it genuinely for the last minute. I don't know why. I mean, we had a lot of stuff going on, and we kind of just like we ended up forgetting about it a little bit.
Because we were also working on our own projects as well.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So then we had to figure out. We had to brainstorm. We had to plan everything. Like Lamont and I, we just went one day after school.
Yes, it was very last minute.
So Perth Amboy, we went to this random like parking lot, and we started. The fact, what's funny, we were speeding.
The irony.
Yes, it's so funny, because we were speeding while we were filming. Because we had to like record a shot where he was going over the speed limit, so we were speeding to get that message. Which is really ironic. But yeah, I think the biggest challenge was getting that done in time.
Yeah.
We did it. I think we worked well under pressure, but I don't think it's something that.
With the way it came out.
Yeah.
We definitely learned not to wait to the last minute.
Yeah.
But
lesson learned. Next video, it'll be a video on not. No, but I think you guys did a really great job with just, even just in such a short time, and just being able to make it so in depth and just very detailed, like the way that you were able to. I think within the 4 days. So even though I know procrastination isn't that great, it does sometimes work in a favor.
I stand by that.
So
I think. I don't know. Some people do genuinely work better under pressure. Like
I feel like rush that like gets you out.
Yeah, sometimes I feel like if I took my sweet time doing this, it wouldn't have came out as good as it did.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, especially when it's like far in advance, and you're like, okay, I know I have this time, I'll get it done, and then it's like boom, 4 days before, like, oh, yikes. No, seriously, it was a great job, and I think a great PSA, and even just under and just how quick it was too. So I think you guys did a really great job with that. So you're welcome. Will you be joining us in person at the festival?
Yes, we will.
Alrighty. That's great. So we'll see you at the festival. And you guys, to the viewers, you can check out Circulo and Lanes of Danger on Saturday, March 29th at the Asbury Lanes, Block 3, between 9:30 a.m. and 11:45 a.m. You can check out both films there. Again, it's the 23rd Annual Garden State Film Festival, March 27th through March 30th. You can get your tickets at gsff.org/tickets. And again, Lamont, Marley, and Soleil, thank you so much for being here today and just talking about your films. And we're looking forward to having you at the festival.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you for having us.
You're so welcome. Congrats, and have a great rest of your day.
You too.
Thank you. Take care.
Thank you. You too. Bye-bye.